We are going to play some Final Fantasy XIV, but before we do, I got an email today from someone. Obviously, we get emails all the time. But this email caught my eye because it's entitled Leaked WoW Expansion Patch Notes. And, I mean, I think you'll see these leaks are... I don't know, man. They look pretty legit. Okay? This shit looks pretty legit. That's all I'm going to say. These are as fresh as they come. They've been sent to me from, not a name I recognize, but I'm sure not some random on the internet. Okay, the phony leak cycle begins anew. Huiki, wash out your mouth with soap right now. This ain't no phony leak, okay? I don't blame you for being skeptical. I don't, honestly. I don't blame you for being skeptical. But I think once you see this leak, I think you'll agree with me, it seems pretty legit. By the way, there was no lead up to this. This is literally everything that this person emailed me, just as is. There's no intro, no hi Taliesin, just this. Which is how I know it's legit, right? Because straight to business, no small talk, no foreplay, straight into the action. World of Warcraft, Astral Skies. The Jailer has placed a curse of time on Azeroth, causing strange time-walking effects. But we are in luck, champion. Some of our allies have travelled back in time. They call on you now, champion, to aid them. Where's the Redbot spoiler? Wow, good point. I don't think I've actually got it on this screen. Maybe this is a pitch and not a leak. The title of the email was Leaked WoW Expansion Patch Notes. So it says, Pre-patch 10.0.1 Curse of the Past. Each week, your guild will be assigned a random expansion pack mark and will gain extra loot, rep, and XP for doing quests, dungeons, and raids from that zone, as well as increased honor and conquest gains by 50% in any battleground or arena from that expansion. Guileless characters, now I'm assuming that means guildless, now come on. Okay, look, this is something we're not going to do, okay? On this incredibly genuine leak, what we're not going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we are not going to make fun of grammar and spelling mistakes. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking the grammatical and spelling mistakes in this email obviously show it to be fake, but that's just the kind of low IQ thinking that makes us miss incredible leaks, okay? Because think about it. Think about it, okay? This person was probably in a meeting in Blizzard while they were writing this. They were probably looking at Ian Hazakostas radiating joy and sunshine and everything else, and like giving the PowerPoint presentation, and this person, whose name I will not reveal, okay? Because I don't want to get them in trouble, because they would definitely get sacked for this. Yeah, I think it might be the same person that sent Pyro all the leaks, yeah. Was clearly writing this on their phone, but blind, so no one could see. They were like this. You know, I think the fact that they even got this email out is pretty amazing, to be honest. You know? And I just feel so honoured that they obviously trust me enough to be the one that they entrust with this information. Guileless characters, I'm assuming that means guildless, may use the time-walking dungeon finder to pug. Every week, you get assigned a random expansion pack and mark. There are like 9 expansions. How long is the pre-patch? This is my favourite bit. Classic and current servers phase with each other at level 70. Allowing players of both clients to raid and PvP together. And this is how I know that this leak is real. Because if I was making up a leak, I would never come up with anything as stupid as this. Because if I was faking a leak, okay, then the problems with this are obvious. You know? It's like, wow, so a priest from Classic with completely different abilities and tuning will PvP against a priest from Current with completely different abilities and tuning. And also, by the way, all the retail players will just absolutely smash all the Classic players because of like borrowed power and stuff like that. When people are rocking up in their Black Temple gear and they come across motherfuckers with Covenant abilities and legendaries, they would get absolutely destroyed. So what I'm saying is, if I was faking this leak, this is not what I would do. I wouldn't come up with that, and that's how I know this leak is real, because there's no way they'd even say this unless they'd done the math and it checked out. So we're just gonna have to trust them on that. I read it sounded like a terrible idea, but now I know this is definitely true and definitely happening. I have to think of ways to shill for it, right? So what I'm gonna say is, yeah, like, it's good for classic players because they get to prove how baller they are. Even though they're a massive, I would think, insurmountable disadvantage in this scenario, the classic player is going to be like, yeah, we're much better players, obviously, and they are, everyone knows it, so they'll absolutely destroy the retail players, and actually it'll be quite well balanced. PvP item level finally catches up to raiding. Hopefully we have PvP vendors in Shadowlands. We already have PvP vendors in Shadowlands. I got good news, fam. I'm going to make all your wishes come true, and I don't even work for Blizz. Okay, pre-patch 2! Oh no! Oh no, there's more pre-patch! We've already revolutionized the game and linked classic and retail like servers here. That was just the start. That was just the tip of this leaky iceberg. Pre-patch 2, patch 10.0.2, Scars of the Past, non-war mode phased characters and new characters start in the old world classic pre-Cataclysm and pre-BFA. Well, yeah, no shit, pre-Cataclysm is also going to be pre-BFA. Dudes. It's not just pre-Cataclysm. It's pre-BFA. They level moderately slow, similar to Classic, until 60, while enjoying the ability to use Dungeon and Battleground Finder, but at a noted much lower experience gain compared to questing. So all that chromie time that they put in Shadowlands, where you can pick your expansion and level through that, that's out the window. That's gone. I hope you enjoyed it. It wasn't quite what everyone wanted to be, but instead of improving on it in small ways and making it what everyone wanted it to be, it's gone now. It's gone. We're just making it more like Classic again. And again, that's how I know this is a real leak. If I was making up a leak, I would not come up with something as stupid as this. I love Chromie Time. I think it's fantastic. It's not as good as it should be, and there are some big problems with it. The main problem, famously, as we said in our video before Shadowlands came out when we were testing it, is that it is much nicer leveling purely through one expansion, but the fact that you don't finish the expansion storyline, and you can't, even if you want to, is incredibly weird and bad. Like, the fact that not only can you not finish, like, say you level through Mists, right? Not only can you not actually play through the story of Mists, but you literally get kicked out of Mists when you get to level 50 to go to Shadowlands, right? And that's bad. That's really, really bad. And that's what I think. And I think, you know, it would be really satisfying if we could find a way to allow players, when they're leveling, to finish the storyline of the expansion before going on to the next one. I think that'd be really, really awesome. I don't know why we're talking about Chromie Time anyway, because that is completely out the window. That's completely gone now. It's never happening again, because in the next expansion, pre-patch number 2, Scars of the Past, it's all out the window. Every level from 10 to 60 grants a point from the old talent tree system, now called Hero Talents. At 60, players gain their first choice from the new 3-option MOP talent system, now called Power Talents. Also, PvP talents are all unlocked from level 1 and also usable anywhere, even outside War Mode, now called Battle Talents. How would that work? So you build up your classic style, like, talent tree up to level 60, and then presumably you get a new talent from the MOP style talent tree, like, every level, pretty much. This is so, like, convoluted and so needlessly complicated. I can believe this is a real Blizzard plan, honestly. Players who reach level 60 are then able to enjoy classic raiding scaled at 25 to 40. But they fill out their classic talent tree from levels 0 to 60. So why would you scale them down to 40? They're going to be missing loads of their talent tree. They'll be missing like 20 points from their talent tree. We're going to give you a point in your talent tree every level up to level 60. And when you get to level 60 and you want to do some old raids, fuck you. No talents for you. This does look like an April Fool's joke, you're right. But you know how I know it's not? And you know how I know it's legit? It's not April. So the level cap will once again be level 60. Guys, do you remember when we were talking earlier in this leak about how classic players would be able to merge with retail players? This is part of the pre-patch of the next expansion. Well, I've got bad news for you. Apparently that's not actually happening after all. Because in the very same leak, it says the level cap will once again be level 60. But if we scroll up a little bit, it says classic and current servers will phase with each other at level 70. So if you were looking forward to that feature, if you were looking forward to retail and classic players PvPing each other, if you were looking forward to that, fuck you. Continuing to level in this matter will rather benefit your contender level at level 60. So like a Paragon thing. For example, at contender rank 2, 10 contender levels from 60, not changing the actual player's level from 60, players get their second power talent choice and can queue to enter dungeons, raids, and battlegrounds from the Burning Crusade. But they just said you could queue for any dungeon or battleground from the Burning Crusade in leveling. I'm so confused. This is the problem, Blizz. This is the problem with your game. From this, and this leak, which is definitely legitimate, proves this and shows this. You don't know what you're doing. You just told me I could level in every dungeon. But now you said I need to be like, not just max level, which is different from the max level that you give earlier on in your presentation, but also I have to be like rank 2 in my Paragon level to even access Burning Crusade dungeons? Blizz, sort your shit out. Do you know who I blame? Do you know who I blame? Steve Denuza. This is Steve Denuza's fault. Damn it, Steve. This is probably Denuza's leaking, yeah. Everyone says he's a bad writer. That explains all the typos, right? This is how I know this is real, right? This can't be a fake leak. Because if this was a fake leak, you'd make it full of really exciting good stuff that you'd want. Not this shit. I can't think of anything worse than all of this shit. This is how I know it's real. Okay. Pre-patch 3? We haven't even got past the pre-patch yet! I'm sick of this expansion already! Pre-patch 10.0.3. Nether Scars. What are you thinking, Denuza? New Demon Hunter spec. Nether Piercer. You can't call your spec a Nether Piercer. Watch out for Illidan 69420. He will pierce your nether. From range, apparently. When the Demon Hunter wears the Arcane Blindfold, they become an Arcane Hunter. Arcane Hunters use the power of mana to attack, I guess, with their glaives. From a distance. I'm getting trolled? Shut up, mate. What are you talking about? Are you telling me you think this leak might not be real? Nah, mate. I don't know who you think I am. Who would say... No. Okay. I don't know if you're new to the stream. I'm Taliesin. I'm like a world famous, much respected World of Warcraft creator, okay? I'm friends with so many people in Blizz, okay? I get invited to their, like, christenings and their weddings and their birthday parties and their orgies and shit, okay? They all love me so much. Like, if they were going to leak this shit to anyone, it would absolutely be to me, because I'm, like, that important, okay? So, yeah, to you, who doesn't know who I am and what my situation is, yeah, I can see how this would look like just a random email sent by someone who I don't know to our email address, which, just because it's called New Leak, like, you'd expect me to take seriously. But I don't fall for that shit. I don't fall for that shit. This is legit. And like I keep on saying, I keep on explaining this to you, but I appreciate not all of you are professional Warcraft players like I am. I keep explaining this to you. If you're going to make a leak, you don't make it this boring. Like, if you're going to do a leak, you make exciting stuff like Telebeam, Rise of the Bolvar. Like Sylvanas sailing in with loads of undead ships into Stormwind and killing Bane, beheading Bane, and Helia, but she's pretty now. Alright? You don't do this boring ass shit. This is how I know this is legit. When the Demon Hunter wears the Arcane Blindfold, they become the Arcane Hunter. Arcane Hunters use the power of mana to at with their glevies from a distance. Suck my glevies. And then we've got like a list of like the abilities. Void Wound. 55% mana. Deal, I guess, a shit ton of damage, attempting to kill the target. Isn't all damage you deal attempting to kill the target? Target must be below 8% health. Sorry, Tatget. Tatget. I guess this is another 10.0 change. Tatget Insight. I see it in my Arcane Blindfold. Void Leech. 15-second cooldown. 33% mana. If your Void Wounds fails to kill the target, you attempt to leech onto the target's struggle for life. You leech 0.25% of the target's current and total health every 2 seconds over 6 seconds. 33% mana. After you've just cast an ability which costs 55% mana. You always have to keep 88% mana for the execute phase. Glaive Rift, or as I like to call it, Glevy Rift. Special glaives lock onto the target for 5 seconds. 5% mana. %5 of Yo Mama goes to the Spatial Glaives. Spatial Glaives lock onto the target for 5 secs. Any attack made by you onto the target causes 10% more damage. This is a 20-second cooldown. And your direct damage on the target causes you to levitate backwards 3 yards. This is the best fucking spec I've ever seen. This is incredible. This is so amazing. It lasts for 5 seconds and 6 seconds, yes. The Spatial Glaives lock onto the target for 5 seconds, last 6 seconds. My mama has got some questions to answer. Void Glaive. 0.5% mana, 35 yards. Toss a Void Glaive at the target, causing basic damage. Build 1 combo point! There are combo points! There are combo points! Oh, by the way, everyone, there are combo points! Okay. Do we have any combo point spenders? Let's find out. Arcane Meditation. 1 combo point. Here you go. 10-second cooldown. Regenerate 1% mana when you deal damage. I mean, apart from the execute abilities, which use up 88% of my mana, Void Glaive is currently the only damaging ability we have. Okay, wait. You teleport backwards 3 yards every 3.5 seconds for 9 seconds. Void Mind. 35-second cooldown. This is one of the big boys. Regenerate 200% mana over 15 seconds. 35-second cooldown. Shift space. You switch locations with the target. Legit, fun-sounding thing. Now, I'm sure that the theory crafters around you will notice some obvious problems with the building of this spec. Look, I'm not a theory crafter, but the people who work at Blizzard who made this like absolutely legitimate thing, they are. So I'm gonna have to trust them. Okay? Yeah, they'll fix it in the beta. Right, here we go. The 3 pre-patches are over. Get ready for the expansion. So far, just to kind of like, just to summarize, so far in the pre-patch, we've had classic and retail players merging onto the same servers to play and PvP together. We've had random time walking events. That sounds quite cool. We've had the new Demon Hunter spec, the Nether Piercer. I kind of feel like the Nether Piercer should have to ask consent before they're allowed to PvP with anyone. And no one's quite sure if max level is 60 or 70. But anyway, Astral Skies. Patch 10.1. Do you hear that, hero? Look up. We're going to need all our upgrades for this. New zone. No summary of what the story is. But I would expect nothing more from Denusa, right? New zone. The Tempest Pit. Sargeras and his workers have built a nether energy magma foundry right inside a void rift. Holy shit, Denusa! What are you doing to the lore of this game? What is Denusa doing here? Denusa, someone needs to have a word. Okay, we need to protect Denusa from himself. Seriously. Denusa, you've got to stop letting the AI write your expansions for you. You can't just come straight in with Sargeras and his workers have built a nether energy. Whoever wrote this leak wrote the opening scroll to Rise of the Skywalker. Same energy. The scroll at the beginning of Rise of the Skywalker, like, that's what the AI that wrote this expansion learned from. With the power of the Arcane Rift, I thought it was a Void Rift. Energizing weapons made from nether energy could tear apart the universe, but it could also hold the greatest of treasures from our past. Well, I am fucking riveted. New raid. Oh wait, there's only one new zone? Shit. Guys, I'm really sorry. There's only one new zone in the new expansion. I blame Denusa. He can't think of more than one zone because he's so rubbish. New raid. Dark Sky. Sargeras has used a magical power to corrupt the other Titans. Again. They are ripping at the skies of the Shadowlands. Oh no, God forbid the sky of the Shadowlands get ripped. What would we do if the sky of the Shadowlands got ripped? Can anyone imagine the absolute terror and devastation that would happen if the sky of the Shadowlands got ripped? I can't even imagine what that would look like. It's beyond my human comprehension to even imagine what the sky of the Shadowlands would look like if it were ripped. This is not a 4chan leak, Carnival Slug. I wouldn't read... What do you think I am, Carnival Slug? I wouldn't read no 4chan leak. I'm a serious WoW content creator. This was an email that was sent to me. Wait, we get onto patch 10.2 here as well, by the way. So patch 10.1, no one quite knows what the story is. 10.2, Heart of the Rift. New Ryad. That's the end of the email. I guess there just hasn't been... I guess there just hasn't been, like, much time to really kind of, like, develop 10.2 yet. I just hope... Okay, so my main worry about this new expansion is not the classic and retail players playing together. It's not the kind of apparent confusion over whether max level is 60 or 70. It's not the Nether Piercer. It's not even the fact that it doesn't appear to have any story or zones. My real worry about this expansion is, like, what's the patch cadence going to be like? You know? Like, I mean, this expansion, right? This legit expansion, I think we can all agree it's gonna live or die by how quickly these patches come out. So, like, you know, hang on. Did anyone else notice we didn't have a 10.0? Oh, that's really good. Okay, I know I didn't notice that. Well, that's really good. That answers my question. I'm just saying I'm worried how quickly these patches are going to come. But Blizz have obviously made the decision to just skip 10.0 and go straight to 10.1 so that the patches can come really quick. Maybe if they hadn't made 3 pre-patches, we could have got a base game. Ladies and gentlemen, Astral Skies, the new World of Warcraft expansion, a completely legit leak, and how do I know? Because it was sent to my email. Thank you, Terran Gregory, for sending it to... thank you, anonymous person, for sending it to me. I don't know, what's your favourite part of that expansion, fam? What are you most looking forward to in Astral Skies? What is it you're most looking forward to? Is it the new spec? The new Ryad? Is it the year's worth of 3 pre-patches? The 5% Mama. Yeah, me too. Me too. Can't wait for my Demon Hunter to dodge backwards so hard it gets deleted.